so how are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, so are you ready for the test?
Yes.
Okay, so first I will ask you some questions in part 1. So your topic is about global warming. So how did you know about global warming?
Global warming is the average temperature of the air and oceans on Earth.
Okay, so what are the causes of global warming? So why do you have global warming?
Okay, please.
Okay, so what are the causes of global warming? The things that lead to global warming?
The waste disposal, biodiversity, and annual global temperature rise.
Okay, so when global warming happens, does it affect your life?
Yes, of course.
Do you see what changes when the weather is hotter?
The weather temperature of certain day is much hotter than before.
So, how do you feel at that time? Do you feel angry, or do you think like how global warming affects your life? Okay, so I will ask you more questions about your studying. Okay, so what subject do you like?
I like literature.
So why? What you find interesting about literature? Vietnamese literature, right?
Yeah. Because I like writing and I like Vietnamese.
Poems?
Yes.
So when you read the essay or the article written by Vietnamese, do you learn anything from that? Okay, so do you find any difficulty when you learn literature?
Yes.
What are they? What makes you feel learning literature is difficult? Okay, so can you describe about your school?
I study in a secondary school. It have
How about your friends and your teachers? Are they friendly and helpful?
my friends are friendly and they help me everything when I study at school. And I love my teachers too because they teach very interesting.
Okay, so now let's move to part 2. So I will give you a topic and you have 1 minute to take notes and 2 minutes to present. Okay, so your topic is describe your favorite subject that you enjoy studying at school, and I will give you a note. You can use the cue card here to prepare. have 2 minutes to talk about the subject that you enjoy studying. So the time is up now.
I enjoy studying English, and the teacher teaches me at school is Miss Yan, and I learned grammar, vocabulary, and speaking and writing too. I love English because when I learn it, I can speak with
Speak with foreigner.
foreigner, and it helps me more in my study because English is more important.
So when you learn English, do you have any difficulty? Like when you learn speaking or learn vocab, do you have any difficulty in remembering it or using it?
I think it's grammar. Because it has many grammar, and I think it's difficult to remember.
So how did you do to improve that?
I study in YouTube, and I find some link from English and improve my speaking and listening.
Okay, and so what are the benefits of learning English besides you can talk with foreign people, or you can it's help you in learning?
When I come to another country, I can speak with people there because English is the
Common language.
common language.
Okay, so now let's move to part 3. I will have some more questions in the topic related to part 2 that I asked you before. So, what do you think of the changes in teaching in your countries compared to the past? Do you see any differences in teaching in Vietnam from now and to the past?
It's modern and
It's more modern. Can you give me some example? For example, like, do you apply technology into teaching, right? So what type of devices that you can use for studying? What type of device? What type of technology you use for study? Laptop, right?
laptop,
What is it? What is it here?
smartphones.
Smartphone, right? So how these devices help you learning? How like when you use your smartphone, so how smartphone can help you learning?
You can find
You can find what? Information? Like for example, when you learn English, you have to use dictionary, right? So you can use dictionary in your smartphone to help you learn vocab, some new vocab. Okay, one more questions. How do you think that school prepare for you some skill and knowledge for working life?
a school teaches me many subjects, like mathematics, literature, English, and many more, and when I come to
So these subjects are helpful for you to work in the future.
yes, of course.
So why? What you learn from these subjects to help you work in the future? For example, like when you're learning math, what is it? What is the meaning of learning math?
We can
Math? What math teach you?
the logical,
Logical thinking,
yes,
Mhm.
and
numbers. So like you can do some simple calculation. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for your speaking test, and thank you for your